Hi guys, Martina here. First of all, let me just say thank you so much for being so patient with me. I'm finally getting around to being well. I got rid of my cold and am now ready to answer your wonderful questions. First of all, thank you so much. Your questions have been amazing, overwhelming. In fact, at just the quality and the quantity, it's been amazing. And I've actually had a really hard time trying to narrow down which questions to answer. So know that I read all of them and they were all wonderful. I will start it off with Ismat's question. And just a reminder, if I answer your question, you do get 100 points. So, oh, and one person might get a little extra points. I'm thinking 150 points because she asked a question that I want to answer in my next blog post. So, starting with Ismat, she asks, what do you love most about your experience in San Francisco? That's a tough question. There were so many incredible things about San Francisco. Everything from the city itself to the people that we met, the venture capitalists, the founders. I think one of my favorite things was the workshop with the Dalai Lama Fellows. They led an incredible workshop talking to us and teaching us about post-heroic leadership and what it means to be a different kind of leader. Not your typical sort of lead by going out there and telling people what to do leader, but more of a collaborative, be the change kind of leader. And that was an incredible workshop, and I think we all learned a lot from that. So I think that's one of my favorite takeaways. The next question is from Nazreen. Nazreen says, hi Martina, it's so nice that you're doing this. I have a question for you. What would you say is the biggest mistake that young people are doing right now? It's a pretty open question. Would be interesting to know how you would answer it. So, the biggest mistake young people are doing right now, and I don't think all young people are doing this, but I think that some young people make the mistake of thinking that they're powerless, that they don't have it within themselves to make a difference. And I would say to those young people, you're absolutely wrong. You can, and you will, if you just put your mind to it. So I think that that is one of the greatest mistakes young people make. The next question comes from Pedro. He says, hey Martina, how did you meet World Merit, and when did you put your mind to that you wanted to be the World Merit Global Ambassador? I actually stumbled across World Merit about 6 months back when I was looking to expand my horizons. I have always been really involved in my community, have always been giving back and trying to make a difference, but I wanted to see if I could do that on a bigger scale in some way and make a bigger impact. So I literally went to Google and I typed in something along the lines of opportunity for young people, and World Merit came up. So I looked around and I just fell in love with the notion. I fell in love with the priorities and the vision of World Merit, and then when I saw that Your Big Year offered one person this opportunity to travel the globe to actually make a big scale difference, I was hooked. That was it for me. I realized that this was my opportunity to go out there and make a difference in so many different countries, even if it's just in the tiniest way. So that's what made me decide that this is something that I needed to do. The next question is from Clay Marshall. What were some of your biggest takeaways from Your Big Year? I have a few. So first one, because I'm a planner, number one, you can't plan everything. You can try, but you can't plan for everything. So be prepared to be surprised at all times. Number two is be confident. Always, always, always go into things knowing that you are just going to succeed. You're a wonderful person. You're there because you're meant to be there. Be confident. And if I were going to say a number three takeaway is we are all different and wonderful. And that's a good thing. It's good that we're not all the same. It's good that we have our differences, because those differences supplement somebody else's or complement somebody else's, and that makes us an exceptional team. So that's a big takeaway for me as well. Thank you. The next question is from Udoka. What advice would you give aspiring young leaders who want to make it to Merit Next program in 2014? Udoka, great news. You're the one who gets the extra points, because that's actually the question that I wanted to answer in my next blog post. So 150 points for Udoka, and I will answer that question in the next one. Next